Hey, I'm Erin Jackson. I'm an Olympic champion long track speed skater for Team USA. I'm from Florida and I live in Utah.
What do you do, outside of like speed skating? Like you can, I guess, bring up like what kind of degrees you have or what did you study, during school?
Yep, so before I started speed skating, I went to the University of Florida and I have a bachelor's in materials engineering. And then since moving to Salt Lake City, I've been taking advantage of a program they have. They kind of partner with, or Salt Lake Community College partners with the speed skating team. So we can, basically go there for free and just pay like some fees and stuff like that. So since being in Salt Lake City, I've picked up an associate's in computer science, and then I'm in the middle of two more. So one in kinesiology and one in business. So yeah, I guess that's kind of the main thing that I do outside of skating. But let's see, a few of my teammates and I were also on a recreational kickball league together. So we play kickball. That starts up again for this season tomorrow, actually. And we play pickleball, we go on hikes, hang out and like play card games, board games, watch movies. Yeah, just normal, regular stuff.
Congratulations. Wow, that's really cool.
Thanks.
And what kind of training did you have to go through when it came to the Winter Olympics? Like any preparations?
Yeah, so with speed skating, let's see, we train 6 days a week, normally twice a day. So let's see, we'll be on ice 5 of those days, and we're in the weight room twice a week. We, well, over the summer, sometimes 3 days a week we're in the weight room. And then a big chunk of our time is spent in cardio. So bike rides, jogs, aqua jogging, stuff like that. So yeah, a ton of cardio, weightlifting, a lot of time on ice. And then the last thing we do is called dry land. And it's basically like simulating your skating positions and skating movements, but in your shoes.
How would you explain speed skating to somebody with like no knowledge of it?
Speed skating. So the track that we're on is basically like a high school running track, so a 400-meter track, but it's, covered in ice, obviously, and typically inside. So with long track speed skating, it's mainly a time trial sport, so you're racing against the clock. Long track is a time trial sport, so there are only two competitors on the ice at a time, and we have our own lanes. So we just, yeah, basically go as fast as we can in our own lanes. And when we hit the backstretch, so let's see, in my race, the 500-meter, we start on the front stretch. Then once we get to the back stretch of the race, we switch lanes just to make it even. Because, of course, the inside lane is shorter than the outside lane. So, yeah, we switch lanes, and then when you cross the finish line, that's when your time stops. So we race two at a time, and it's not one of those sports where, like, you cross the line and you instantly know you win. You have to wait for everyone else to do their runs as well. So yeah, once everyone's finished, then you know who the winner is, and then yeah, that's about it.
And how did you feel like when it came to, of course, like winning gold? Like, did you feel like it would bring representation for, a lot of young Black girls, who are into, I guess, speed skating or just into sports in general?
Yeah, I actually didn't really make the connections about like representation and all of that until after I saw the headline that I had been the first Black woman to win an individual gold medal in the Winter Olympics. So it's not something that I went into it knowing about. It just seemed like kind of a strange stat. Like I didn't think that, in 2022 like that there would be a first for that. So after I won the medal, I wanted to make sure that, I wouldn't be the last and that we would have a lot more coming up after me. So, yeah, I just try to stay visible, try to be a good example, and, hopefully get more people of color involved in winter sports and speed skating specifically.
What kind of advice would you give to somebody starting speed skating? Like, again, like, I guess focusing on both mental health and physical health when it comes to training, what materials to use or tools and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would say as far as like physically and mentally, it helps to break things down into smaller steps instead of thinking like, oh, I want to be like the best speed skater in the world. You can break it down and just start off by, getting the equipment you need. And sometimes that can be expensive. So it's important to find, like good resources. What I want to do is start some sort of organization, like a scholarship organization to help people, take those first steps to get on the ice But as far as what people can do on their own, yeah, definitely, break it down into smaller steps and reward all those small wins along the way because it can kind of seem like, I don't know, like things are really hard. So be sure to really reward yourself for all the little wins and all those little steps you take.
Do you guys like when you win your medal, like do you actually have it physically or like is it
Yep. Yeah, I have my physical medal and I take it when I go to events and when I go to speeches or media things. So yeah, yeah, we get the medals. Let's see, in 2022, I didn't get it right after my race. I got it the next day. But in Milan, they were giving out the medals that same day. But yeah, we have the actual medals.
and if you I know you explained a little bit before, but maybe gonna go into depth of like how did you feel when winning, gold, in an individual sport because I feel like that's maybe not like talked about a lot, individual sports. I could be wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, it felt amazing. I think it's just kind of the culmination of a ton of hard work. And it's just an amazing feeling when it all works out because, the path to winning a gold medal, it's hardly ever a straight path or an easy path. So I feel like all the ups and downs make it even more special. Like, yeah, there were a lot of struggles along the way, and then being able to come out with a gold medal, it felt like this really big win for not just me, but for the rest of my friends, my teammates, for Team USA, and yeah, I felt like it was a really cool moment to kind of bring everyone together.
With speed skating, is it just only like a winter sport? Does it go into the summer or because I know the Summer Olympics, but I could be wrong.
No, so we train basically year round. We typically get 2 weeks off in the whole year, and that would be the last 2 weeks of March. And then we would start training again in April. But after the Olympic year, we get a little bit more time off. So we're about to start training up again, um, starting in May, training pretty heavily. And then in June, we'll join back as a team and then be back into full-time training. So yeah, we're training pretty much year round. In the summer, it's less ice skating and more cross training. And then once we hit like September, that's when it's mostly ice skating.
Well, I just want to say thank you again and congratulations, of course, to your win and everything. And
Thank you.
yeah, of course, like good luck with everything.
Yep. Thanks for chatting with me.
First, have a good day.
You too.